He's over in that one building, over there by that one side of the map, by that one thing.
What? Dude, I was on a 24 kill streak. Why didn't you call him out?
I did, man. I just didn't know what to call that building.
I hope you guys like that. What's up, guys? TmarTn here, and yes, I finally have another video for you. I know it's been a while.
Wow, those were a couple of throwback videos for you guys. What's up, guys? TmarTn here, and this is just kind of like the looking back recap, kind of tribute video to my road to 1 million subs. I just kind of wanted to look back and see where I've came from, thank some people, show you guys some of my favorite videos, talk about how I got to where I am. And yeah, it'll be pretty cool. I'm hoping this is kind of interesting for those of you guys that are fans. So anyway, those two videos you just saw, those were the first two videos I ever uploaded to my channel. And as you guys can see, we've come a long way since then. I'm definitely a lot more confident in front of the mic now. And I just, I know what I'm doing. I'm not all down and low and, barely speaking into the mic and sounding all depressed. And it's crazy to see how far we've come in 3 years. So that first video you saw was my very first video I ever uploaded, and it was a Modern Warfare 2 Stimulus Map Pack callouts video where I just showed you guys some of the callouts on those maps. And fun fact, way back in the day, you couldn't upload more than 10 minutes of a video to YouTube unless you were partnered, and I wasn't partnered when I first started, so I had this like 13-minute gameplay or video of these callouts that I had to get down to 10 minutes. And rather than trying to cut out some of the excess stuff, I just shrunk it down and fast forwarded everything, including my voice, to fit within that 10-minute time limit. So I was talking like this. Wouldn't it be so awesome to listen to commentaries like this all the time? Oh my gosh, this would be amazing. No, it wouldn't. What in the world was I thinking? This was such a bad idea. That's an embarrassing first video. So yeah, that was my first video, and then the second one I showed you guys was just kind of like my first gameplay commentary of a CTF game on Overgrown in Modern Warfare 2. So if you guys want to check out those videos, I will link them down in the description. In fact, every video that we talk about today is going to be linked down in the description in the order that it was mentioned. So if you guys ever see a video that you want to go back and watch again, or you may have never seen in the first place, then all of them will be in the description for you guys to view. So that's pretty cool. Now, yeah, those are my first two videos that I ever uploaded. I started my channel on May 2nd, 2010, and fast forward nearly 3 years, I hit 1 million subscribers on April 13th, 2013. So that was about a month ago. And that's just, it's pretty cool. I never thought I would hit 1 million subs. When it happened, I was actually at In-N-Out in LA with a bunch of YouTube guys like Gold Glove, Jericho, Muzzafuzza, X-Jaws, Nade Shot, things like that. And we were waiting in line, and we actually got recognized by a group of kids behind us. It was really cool. It was such a surreal moment that I hit 1 million subs as I get recognized by some fans in a random public place. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And I just, it's not like it was the biggest of deals because I knew it was coming. It was just, it was like, holy crap, I've got 7 figures of subscribers. There are that many people in the world that liked my videos enough to want to subscribe. That's just, it's insane to me, and I thank you guys for all that you've done. So let's get to this kind of like tribute recap video. Let's talk about this road to 1 million. How did I get here? Well, I first started playing video games when I was a little lad. I mean, I started off on like the computer math games that like taught you stuff. So I don't exactly remember what the name of this computer game was. I'm sure some of you guys might know it, but it was called like Math Blaster or something like that, and it had a space theme, and it was a bunch of like little different mini games, and like I said, it was math, kind of related. It wanted to teach you things, but I really enjoyed it. I was addicted to the video game aspect of it, and that's just kind of where I first got hooked on video games. I mean, my mom had to kick me off of that thing, even though it was a learning game, because I never wanted to get off of it. And then I finally graduated to more normal video games. Like I had the Game Boys and all the Pokemons, and Pokemon was one of the biggest phases in my life. I was so addicted to that game, just like most kids are. I had this one friend in particular, Andrew. He would come over and we would play Pokemon from like 4 o'clock in the afternoon after we got off school until 4 o'clock in the morning. And I would play it for so long that the little, theme songs and sounds as you went into different cities would play in my head as I was sitting in bed. I wouldn't be playing the game, but I would be hearing the sounds. And it was just, Pokemon was my life. I was such a G at that game. I was so good at it. And yeah, I mean, I still enjoy it. I still play it from time to time whenever I'm bored, but I can't keep up with any of the new ones, like Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 and just all the new Pokemon. I'm all about the OG 150. That's what I know. That's what I like. I don't like all these new crazy Pokemon. I'm just, like I've said before in previous videos and in my Scuff review and things like that, I'm not one that really likes change all that much. So I'm all about those 150 original Pokemon. So, yeah, I did the Pokemon thing, and then in terms of consoles, I had the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2. Those were the biggest things. I never knew that many people that had the original, first Xbox, the Xbox One. That's not the new Xbox One. I didn't know anybody that had those. Everybody I knew had PlayStation 1s and PlayStation 2s. And the primary games that I played on those were sports games. I played a lot of Madden. I played a lot of basketball, whether that be NBA or NCAA. And yeah, I was just all about the sports games. I've always been a huge sports fan, and I was just, I was young, so I wasn't allowed to play the M-rated games that, had shooting and blood and things like that. So yeah, I stuck to the sports games, and then finally my mom told me that I could start getting into the first-person shooters, and I was obviously very excited about that. And a lot of my friends from school had Xboxes, and they were playing Halo. This was now in the Xbox 360/PS3 phase. And I had a PS3, but I wanted to be able to play Halo with my friends, so I went out, I bought an Xbox 360, and I bought Halo. And literally a week after I got Halo, everybody switched to Call of Duty 4. Everybody was like, oh my god, Call of Duty 4 is that game. Oh, we love it so much. You got to get it, Trev. And I was frustrated because I always wanted to play Halo. I had never played it before. I was so excited to play it. And now all my friends wanted to play this stupid Call of Duty game, and I'd finally, reluctantly decided to switch, and I absolutely fell in love with Call of Duty. As you guys know, I'm still in love with the game, and I don't think that'll ever change. So yeah, I started off in Call of Duty 4. That was my very first Call of Duty. I got it probably halfway through the life cycle of the game, and I still go back and play that game from time to time because I love it so much. I got 10th prestige on the game and everything like that very, very quickly because that was my life. I think I was even more addicted to Call of Duty 4 than I was to Pokemon, which is really saying something. So yeah, Call of Duty 4, my first Call of Duty, introduced me to the series. I loved the game so much. It was definitely a good experience. Now, next up was World at War, and World at War was my first Call of Duty where I got the full, kind of year of the game, of being excited for it, getting it on release night, and then playing through it for the entire year. I think that was my favorite Call of Duty game. It kind of depresses me that a lot of people, look at World at War as like the ugly stepchild of the Call of Duty series. I feel like nobody ever really appreciated how good the game was just because it had a super overpowered gun and the MP40, and because it came after Call of Duty 4, which everybody claimed is, this biggest, best COD, blah, 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 I don't know. I really, really liked World at War, and I started getting into competitive gaming and game battles and stuff in World at War, and I don't know, it always is going to hold that special place in my heart as my first full Call of Duty game that I really, truly got 100% engrossed in. And yeah, World at War, probably my favorite. Now, next up was Modern Warfare 2. And as I mentioned, I started getting into game battles and stuff in World at War. It really took off in Modern Warfare 2. When Modern Warfare 2 first dropped, I tried to do everything that I could to compete. I was playing in online tournaments. I was traveling to different tournaments in my area and across a couple of states and things like that. And I was never the absolute best, but I was pretty good. I did win a few tournaments. I placed well. I won a little bit of money, which was kind of cool to show to my mom. Like, hey, Mom, look, you can make money playing video games. Woo! Even though it was like, like maybe winning $100 for an entire weekend spent somewhere. But yeah, it was still pretty cool. It was a cool experience. I really enjoyed it, except for the fact that I really turned into one of those like super try-hard, D-bag, just like jerk, trash-talking all the time, immature kids. I was like the scum of the Call of Duty community. That's what I was for like a couple months in time. I was just, I was so engrossed in this competitive scene, and that's all the competitive scene was back then. Like I remember Nade Shot talking about when he first got started. He was just like this too before he matured. And yes, I was really kind of a jerk little kid that was really cocky, really arrogant, and talked a lot of trash. And I'm not proud of that part of my career. But it's whatever, we all grow and learn and mature. And actually, back in that time, that was the first time I ever started a YouTube channel. So TmarTn was not my first YouTube channel. TrevorMartin7 was, and my gamer tag back then was TMart, TTMART. So let's take a look at some of the old videos that I used to do. One of the very first videos I ever uploaded to YouTube for Call of Duty was this COD 4 PS3 grenade montage. So my Xbox 360 red rings, and I decided I wanted to, make a montage. I didn't have a capture card, so I pointed my old like VHS camera at the TV, recorded it, converted it into the computer, and then uploaded it. So this was pretty, and I put some Young Jeezy over it. My president is black, so that's pretty embarrassing. That's one of my first videos I ever uploaded. Then I finally got a Hava HD, was my first capture card, and I made a bunch of other different videos. I had a really good trigger finger in World at War. It was absolutely insane. So check this out right here. That was not a mod. Like, I swear to God, that was not a mod right there. That's how fast my trigger finger was back in the day when I was really young, super fast reflexes, things like that. That's just absolutely insane. And everybody thought I had a mod, so then I put up mod-proof videos of me, like showing the controller and shooting at people and things, which was kind of funny. And, I kind of linked some of these on Twitter the other day, and Blade was like, yeah, mod-proof videos were like the staple of YouTube back in the day, which is totally true. I mean, they were. If you didn't have a mod-proof video, then you were assumed to have a mod, because modded controllers were crazy back then. There were no in-game things to stop people from having mods, so everybody had a mod. And the people that didn't have mods that had fast trigger fingers put up videos to show that they were actually better than wanting to use a mod and things like that. So yeah, that was that. I also had a Moho turn on video. This was one of my most proud moments as a young, immature, arrogant gamer. I was playing a public match in Modern Warfare 2, Search and Destroy on Terminal, and I was using a blinged out FAMAS, and I turned on Fear Moho when he was on the plane and he had first shot of me. And I just, it's really not that big of a deal when I look back on it now, but I thought that was the biggest thing in the world back then, because, he was like this big, popular, professional player that everybody knew, and I was somebody that was aspiring to be like him, and I thought I was the coolest thing in the world because I did that. And it's just, I was such a D-bag. I can't believe how bad I was. And then finally, the last thing I want to show you guys from some of my old videos on TrevorMartin7 were my game battles wrapped. So get ready to see a side of TmarTn that you never thought you would see, and I'm probably going to regret showing to you guys because this is so embarrassing. But here we go. Check out my game battles wraps.
I'm warmed up right now, man. I feel good. If you just got beat, would you please disband? That GB last night was awfully crazy, I wish we taped it. I clutched my ass off and said some jokes that were pretty racist. M1A1 and MP40 with Tourette's and kisses, all I need. Hava HD, Dazzle Platinum, STG, we can't stop capping them.
What's up, guys? TMart here. I got another one for you. Blame it on the lag, got you dropping D's. Blame it on the mods and the MP40s. Blame it on the head glitching. Blame it on the head glitching. Hey, they say that they ain't never trying, but I know that they lying.
Don't Z-ride, it doesn't help you out. You'll probably get neg reps and you'll wanna pout. But that's what you get for taking a D. Just don't ride, you need to trust me.
Yeah, it's a double TMAR. I say, yeah buddy, dropping kids in one shot. Red dot FAMAS racking up headshots. New camo, lot of ammo. There's a third perk, gotta be Ninja Pro. Got a Simtex and stuns too. Better not be mad when I kill you.
Alright, so there you guys have it. Those were just a couple of teasers for you all. Like I said, if you guys want to listen to whole things, which are very embarrassing, then I will link them down in the description. So, yeah, that was me before I started my TmarTn YouTube channel. I was just very young, very immature, very arrogant and cocky, and just, somebody that I would hate to be now. I can't believe that I acted like that at one point in time. But it was the internet. I was a keyboard warrior, a controller warrior, And quickly I realized how stupid I was being. I mean, I was brought up very well. I've got good values and, you know, morals and things like that. And I realized how stupid I was to be stooping to some of these kids' levels and acting like I was like a little internet hoodlum. So I decided to take a different route to my kind of gaming hobby. You know, I wanted to apply all of this, you know, focus and concentration and effort elsewhere. And that's when I started my TmarTn YouTube channel, you know, TmarTn. So when I was creating the name, originally I wanted TMart, you know, TMART, just because it's easier, it kind of rolls off the tongue, it's 2 syllables, it's not 3, you know, I really liked TMart, but that was taken, so I decided to go with TmarTn, and I took off the I at the end. I'm not sure why, it looked cooler to me with the 2 capital T's and no I. I don't know where I got it from, but I got it. That's how I started my channel, and my goal with my channel was to share the experience and, you know, kind of the skills that I had developed from playing competitively with other people on YouTube, because I was, you know, starting to watch people's YouTube channels. The first person I subscribed to was FPS Kyle, and then I quickly found like Wings and Woody and all those guys, and I noticed that, you know, there was a whole different group of people out there that enjoyed Call of Duty but weren't douchebags about it. So I wanted to be a part of this. You know, I wanted to share the experience I had, but also meet like good friends and, you know, hang out with subs and have people to share this hobby with at the same time. So that's what I did, and just kind of going through the evolution of my work, these are some of the main series that I did that got me to where I was today. So I first started off, some of my first videos were Modern Warfare 2 call out videos, showing you guys, you know, different things you can call out, different areas of the map to your teammates. Then I started the Modern Warfare 2 101 series, which is kind of the series that started off. That's why I put the intro of it at the very start of this video that you're watching today. It's that series was just, you know, that's what kind of made my channel the tips channel that it is today. That's what made me realize that, hey, I need to be doing all these different tips. You know, I play this game so much, why not share the stuff that I learned with people who, you know, don't play it as much or may not adapt to it as well, you know, things like that. So, you know, that's the series that started all. It even started the jumps and spot series, because I think like episode 2 or 3 was advanced jumps on it. That's what you're seeing on screen right here. So that's pretty crazy. And then next up, I did competitive live callouts. I was one of the first people to start doing competitive live callouts, and I would do it when I was like with Woody and Onslaught and Bash and Bendro and Dunkus and all those guys. We would do those. And then Modern Warfare 2 quickly came to a close, because I started a little bit late into Modern Warfare 2. And then Black Ops 1 came out, and I did Black Ops 101, I did Smart Shopper, and I started the Jumps and Spots as a standalone series, and then I also started Interactive towards the second half of Black Ops life cycle, so that's where another big one came from. And then I also started Commentator Wager Wars, which is pretty cool. And then I also started game battles with Woody. So Black Ops was definitely a huge game for me. I started a bunch of new series that you guys still love today, and that I'm still continuing to do. And then finally, after Black Ops, we had Modern Warfare 3. And in Modern Warfare 3, I continued the tip series, but I call it Modern Warfare 3 Tips and Tricks instead of Modern Warfare 3 101. I don't know why I decided to rebrand it like that. We might go back to 101 and Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was my tips and tricks series. I also started the lines of sight and the grenade spots in Modern Warfare 3, which are huge, which you guys really, really like. And then now we're in Black Ops 2. So, you know, Black Ops 2, you guys have already known what I've been doing. I got a little bit lazy, you know, right after Black Ops 2 came out up until this point in time. But when we hit it in Ghost, we're going to hit it hard. We're going to have all of the old favorite series coming back, and I'm going to have so many videos for you guys. It's going to be insane. But yeah, that's just kind of like the evolution of my content. It's always been kind of a tips and tricks theme, but that's where some of the different series came from. So hopefully that was interesting to you guys. Now, moving on, I want to thank some people for kind of helping me get to where I am today. You know, as you guys know, it's pretty much impossible to make it anywhere on YouTube today without some help from some bigger channels. And even back in the day when I started, even though I started like 2.5 years ago is when I really started getting into it, I was still pretty late. Like, there were already quite a few big established channels, and it was still hard for smaller channels to get into the mix back then. Now it's nearly impossible, but I was still one of the late bloomers in terms of channels. So that I got pretty lucky. You know, I got in right at the last minute. So first and foremost, huge shout out goes out to Bash. So Bash, or Bash LOL, I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. He's a great friend of mine. I love that dude to death. He was actually the very first channel to ever take notice of me, and I sent him one of those, you know, heartthrob, you know, messages through YouTube PMs talking about, oh my gosh, I just want to get noticed, you know, check out my video, blah blah blah, I think you'll really like it. He checked it out, he loved it, and he re-uploaded it to his channel. And he actually had a pretty big channel at the time. You know, he was one of the bigger ones. He wasn't the biggest, but he was pretty good. And yeah, it kind of introduced me to a bunch of new subscribers, and it helped jumpstart my channel. So that helped. Now, I was also helped out by Gold Glove, which is another really good friend that I lived with for quite a few months in the past year. And he's another great guy that I will never ever forget. He actually put me on COD Weekly and kind of shouted me out. And if you guys don't know, Gold Glove was one of the titans way back in the day. You know, he was huge, and I was a huge Uber fanboy of his. So when he put me on his channel, that was absolutely insane, and definitely gave me a big boost. Wings also helped me a bit, which again, you guys know, he was a huge channel back in the day. He's still a big channel now. And he did a dual comm with me, as well as uploaded one of my Modern Warfare 2 101 tip videos, which helped me out. And then finally, as a lot of you guys know, Woody has always been there for me. He's just kind of been like my mentor in this whole YouTube game. At least that's how it started, and then it quickly moved into a friendship. And that's another longtime friend that I will always have for my entire life, that I will never forget. But he's just one of the best guys that I've ever met on YouTube. He kind of took me under his wing when I was a small channel. He was impressed with my content, and we kind of formed a really good friendship with me, him, and Onslaught. And then we started, you know, bringing in more friends, and Bash, and Benjo, and Dunkus, and, you know, Blade, and Wings, and all these guys. You know, we started like this, you know, big YouTube group that we all, you know, liked each other, helped each other out, and things like that. And it was just, it was really cool. But me and Woody have always been super close. As you guys know, we do the Game Battle series together, which yes, I know we do have to do that again very soon. But yeah, I mean, Woody definitely helped me out a lot with growing my channel. He, you know, kind of, like I said, almost mentored me into this YouTube process, and he's been a really good friend. So thank you so much to all of those guys. There have also been other guys that have definitely helped me out, and a lot of other great people that I've met along the way. But those are just kind of like the four, you know, main kind of big breaks that I had with my YouTube channel that kind of helped me get started, you know, kind of got that train moving. Because once you get a channel moving, you know, kind of chugging along, then it starts to kind of feed off of itself. But, you know, until that, you know, when a channel is kind of stagnant and sitting there, it can be pretty hard to get that initial momentum. So thank you to those four guys. I will never forget all that you guys have done, and just, you know, the plain great friends that you guys have been for me. Now, finally, the last person I want to thank that's really made a big impact on this whole YouTube thing is my mom. So my mom, you know, she was never one of those parents that was like, oh, video games are terrible for you, they're gonna make your brain rot, you can't play those, blah blah blah. She was just always like, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, I just want to make sure you take care of your schoolwork first. So as long as I have my schoolwork done, I was able to do YouTube, as well as she, you know, supported me on traveling to events. Like the very first time when I went to PAX, you know, I was going to meet all these random people. She trusted me enough to do something like that, and she just, you know, without her support and her okay, and, you know, her kind of blessing of this whole YouTube thing, I wouldn't be anywhere where I am. She's always supported me in everything that I've done, whether it be, you know, sports as a little kid, YouTube, schoolwork, girls, friends, you know, whatever it is, she's always been there for me. So I want to thank her as well. So thank you, Mama. I love you. Now, finally, the last person I want to thank is you. Yes, you watching this video right now. Thank you for at some point in time deciding to subscribe to me, whether that have been 3 years ago or a day and a half ago. Thank you for that, because you have definitely changed my life. I can't tell you guys how much you've improved my life, how much, you know, joy and happiness you've given me. This YouTube thing is something I will never forget. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. And I just, you know, it's been such a great hobby that's turned into a job. It's a dream job. I don't even consider it a job. It's a hobby that allows me to live off of it, I guess you could say. It's absolutely insane how much you guys have changed my life, and I thank you so much. I don't ever think I'll be able to repay you, But I do always want to be able to make entertaining and informative videos for you guys, so that you guys, you know, always feel like subscribing was worth it. So thank you guys so much. Truthfully, 1 million subscribers, it's hard to believe. I can't believe it at all. And again, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'll never forget it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've got a bunch of great videos coming soon. This is Million Sub Week, so tomorrow we're gonna have a day in the life of TmarTn. So look forward to that. And thank you guys again for watching. Catch you guys later. Check out one of the other 2 videos on the screen if you haven't seen them yet. Peace out.